Crimson_Ricky is first to the stream.
Crimson, I see you are indeed first. Did Twitch actually tell you this time? Alright, I think we're all good. I'm going to get started. And I gotta swap this over. Unless the audio's gonna be stuttering a bit more. It won't be that long. I'm trying to keep an ear out on the audio. I might need to reset it. Ugh. By the way, I'm probably only gonna go for about 3, maybe 3.5 hours, somewhere in there. I got some more stuff to do. Yard work, am I right? It is what it is, though. So in between streams, I did a little bit of work. Just a little bit. I didn't get in that burst of energy that I did the week before, but I still got a little bit done. Freaking working on armor can be draining. I feel like armor just kind of makes you make the most stuff. Like, I really hate making plates. Right, Molly? Hi. Okay. Game, are you gonna load? There we go. So, I'm in Limsa right now. I believe that's where plot is, but that's not the entire reason why I'm here. Okay, so, in between streams, I'm trying to remember everything I did. I mean, I leveled up Fisher a little bit, but I mainly got Armorer. I worked on Armorer, and worked on a few jobs as well. But, the main thing is, Scholar and Summoner are level 50. That's the main thing. So, we can do their level 45 quest and the level 50 quest. We should be able to get both of these done today, and that will be the main goal. I'll probably work on jobs, or, well, I'm gonna do job cleanup as well. But I'll try to probably do story later, but this is the main thing. Right now, I gotta go to Fisher and... Wait, can I change, like... Craftsman Control, Gathering Perception? Oh, I could have swapped this. Shit. I have so much, like, freaking pieces of equipment. Part of the reason why I really wanted to get Scholar and Summoner done is what that now means is because the only other job class I have is White Mage. I have GP. Because now that the only job class I have is White Mage, all of my equipment that is boosting magic-related stuff, I can just only keep White Mage in mind and be like, okay, can White Mage use this? No. Does White Mage need this? No. I can drop it. You know, that sort of thing. I should have been checking through here. I need to work on Fisher a little bit more. It is what it is. Hydrate!
Drink, you fool.
I shall do that. Also, I got some jobs ready to go. Basically, a lot of the I did a lot of these job quests, and they're ready to go now. All these are I think all of these are the dungeon ones. So for now, we'll work on this. I got Fisher going. Deliver the Full Moon Sardine, which, to get the Full Moon Sardine, you want to go to Costa del Sol and go to South Bloodshore fishing area, and you want to buy some spoon worms from a shop that's also in Costa del Sol, and you can easily get Full Moon Sardines, which you can only get at night, which is annoying. I had to sit there and wait for like 15 minutes to get it. Or, just for it to be nighttime. Actually, even longer than that. I want to make sure to get the sardines. Get them done. But yeah, how's it going, Crimson? What's up? had a lot of people in here in the last couple days, yes. A lot of people have shown up for Star Force. I don't know what happened. I feel like we just kind of lucked out on some of that, but yeah, a lot of people showed up for Star Force. Hey, Shroob. How's it going? By the way, Shroob, not long ago, you were asking me about whether or not if I had mounts. It turns out I do, and I just, or new mounts, I should say. And it turns out I was looking at the wrong page. I have the magic tech armor, and I have a unicorn. It's going, I understand. Except for her, she barely exists. Well, we had many people, true. Yeah, Shroob, you should have been able to actually jump into chat yesterday. There were and the day before, actually. A lot of people showed up. Luckily, Crimson was there doing the rhythm game redeem. Someone didn't know who Miku was. That is very true. Someone did not know who Miku was. Speaking of rhythm games, Crimson, yesterday I played a little bit of the Kingdom Hearts rhythm game to get some songs unlocked. Because at this point, I'm just kind of realizing, yeah, I really need to just get that done. You were lurking, but you were spread thin. I fully understand. I get it. By the way, Shroob, based on what you were saying, you're doing a whatever Wednesday today? Ooh. Have you fully decided on what you're going to go with? Probably Catherine. Very nice. And I'll watch you just easily get through that, and I'll be like, I'll be very upset. And I'll be like, someone played the game for 10 years. Bullshit. Gotta show me up? Yeah, you will. Okay, I need like 2 more levels to do that. I'm gonna start armor and blacksmith. Let me go all the way over here. Yeah, I need to go here. I wish there was like one more teleport that was closer. But yeah, Shroob, you could definitely show me up. For sure. You want to do full body, but hooking up your PS5 would be too much for you. Do you not have a capture card or anything? I'm assuming you just stream basically all your stuff on PC, right? Okay, hold on. I need to go over here. Guildmaster. Okay. Oh, was it blacksmith that I started already? Okay, so this one I need to go and talk to some other dude. You do, but it's a physical act of setting up. Oh. Is it because you would have to move the PlayStation 5 over? Because for me, the PS4 and the Switch are always basically hooked up. I say basically because sometimes I would have to, you know, swap the inputs around. And it looks like for this one, I need to make a Mithril Curious that would take time to move, so I'm just gonna do that. Take care of make it on my own time, you know. This one I can't start because I need to be level 40. I think I need to work on blacksmith just a little bit more on some of my crafting stuff. Yeah, I haven't really... No, wait. No, I did do all of it, didn't I? Except for, like, an axe or 2. Oh, I can make, like, a sword. Yeah, I can make that. No, that's Dark Knight. Shit. Is there anything that I forgot to do? I guess this. I can make that later. Anyway, I guess now that we've taken care of all the job stuff here at the moment, let's work on Scholar. Your PS5 is in the living room connected to that TV. You've been in a neck brace for the last few days. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. House stuff is house stuff, though. You didn't work... If you didn't work late tonight, or fish got off earlier, it wouldn't be too bad, but yeah, I'm just gonna do hard mode. That's fair. That's fair. You're gonna be like, Robot, see what you could do, and then you'll show me all the, like, the shortcuts and, like, the secret tricks. Be like, how dare you? The game never told me this. And the game doesn't give me proper tutorials on this shit. Alright. Let's go ahead and work on Scholar. Good to see you, Scottbot. I have made yet another discovery, which pertains to you and your scholarly arts. I have come into possession of several ancient engravings, including some which show the traditional rudiments of Nayman scholars. In fact, the extraordinary details of these illustrations, coupled with information gleaned from the other sources, was sufficient to deduce their design. At present, it was impossible to say how historically accurate my designs are. That is why I propose we enlist the aid of Eorzean preeminent artisans, so that we may recreate these garments. Should they prove sufficiently authentic, I expect your fairy will gain more of her missing memories. In the hands of preeminent weaver, say, Master Redolent Rose of Sunsilk Tapestries, this information should be sufficient. But you cannot journey to Ul'dah until you have gathered the leaves of a direwort. My texts explicitly mention that the plant's pigments were used to dye Nayman uniforms. Alas, direwort is much rarer than it was in the days of yore. It can only be found in the fog fens now. Lest you think I mean to make you do all the work, worry not. While you scour Mordana for the plant, I will contact Master Rose and convince him to help, though I doubt it will require much effort. Off to Mordana. We want to teleport. There we go. Yeah, Shroob, you're just gonna show me all the tricks. And I'm gonna be upset. Because it will be one of those, why didn't I think of that type of moments. But yeah, yesterday I played a little bit of the Kingdom Hearts rhythm game just to try to get some more songs unlocked. I think I got all the Kingdom Hearts 1 songs done. At least I think so. So, at least there's some more options there, if we ever do that. Yesterday I went to the movies again. We went to show another family member the movie, Project Hail Mary. To be honest, I don't fully know what they think of it because it's hard to tell sometimes if they just said it was good or if whether they mean it or not. But, it is such a good film. A techno mix of simple and clean. I don't know if they have any remixes of Simple and Clean or Sanctuary. I'm not 100% sure. That is not what I need to do. Where am I going? This one. Where am I going? Other way. What's Project Hail Mary? It is a space movie. Ryan Gosling is a scientist, and he is sent to space to a distant sun because there is a microorganism eating the sun, or our sun, and it's slowly cooling the planet. So the idea is that there is a distant sun that's not affected by this, and basically trying to find a way, a cure, or some sort of solution, if that makes sense. Ken's new job in space, yes. Not only is he an astronaut, he is a scientist. It is a very good movie, Shroob. If you get a chance to see it, I would highly recommend it. It is really good. I don't want to say too much more, because the trailer freaking spoiled stuff that shouldn't have been in the trailer. I freaking hate trailers, man. I tried my best to explain it, but I probably didn't explain it that well. Not the trailer again. Yeah, definitely not the trailer again. But no, I would highly recommend watching it if you ever get a chance. But yeah, the whole idea is that there's this microorganism that's eating like the sun's rays, and it's gonna like slowly cool the earth. Like, I think they said to like 5 to 15 degrees cooling, which would affect everything. So there is a distant sun that's not affected by this, even though every other sun is. I gotta go to Ul'dah. So he is sent to the sun just to figure out what was going on and maybe find a way to stop the sun from basically cooling. Come eat our sun. Not just our sun, every sun, except for one. If you've watched, did you watch Iron Lung, Shroop? Because I was gonna say, it kind of gives similar, like, vibes in the sense of how alone the character can be. You know, it's really, well, without saying too much, it's kind of just, damn it, it's kind of just him for a little while. You have it, but you wanted to. While I wouldn't say it's like isolating, like Iron Lung was. Where am I going? Different area. You get the feeling that he's alone, you know, and it gives off that vibe. So like half the time, it's more like that. It was good. I thought it was okay. I thought it was fine. It was one of those movies that probably didn't need to be as long as it was. Probably could have cut at least like 10 to 20 minutes or so. And I don't know, I was having trouble following what was happening some of the time for Iron Lung. I don't fully know how to explain it. And yeah, it was definitely claustrophobic, Iron Lung. That was a very claustrophobic movie. Oh wait, what is happening now? Design's the best I could, though there were certain aspects I felt compelled to change. His lack of familiarity with textiles and weaving led to what I can only assume are errors. You will note that I only complete the coulants, but it is because the other garments require skill that I do not possess. Mistress Serendipity and Java of the Goldsmiths and Workers Guilds can provide the finishing touches to the remaining pieces. But you were unaware of that. I could not craft the full set myself, were you? Well, very well. I shall send word to them on your behalf, Scottbot. You will need to only visit each guild to present them with my unfinished work. Wait, did I actually get, like, new equipment, or is it just side quest stuff? Oh, wait, what's this? Ah, here we go. We got the leggings for our scholar. Hell yeah. We're gonna get boosts. We're gonna slowly get boosts. Also, while I am here, let's just complete Weaver. Get that done. But yeah, the only other movie I saw was the Mario movie a couple days ago, and I mentioned that already. So, those are really the only 2 movies I've seen recently. Although, freaking, at least in my theater, later this month, they're bringing back Hot Fuzz for a day. And my god, I am tempted to make my 10th watch in the movie theater. Have you seen Hot Fuzz, Shroob? It is such a good film. What is that? Oh my god. We need to watch Hot Fuzz. We need to watch Hot Fuzz. I guess I can start this up, but I don't think I can finish it. Hot Fuzz is about a cop that's very good at his job in London that gets relocated to a small village. He gets relocated because he's so good at his job that he makes everyone else look bad. And he goes to a small village, and he keeps seeing, like, he basically keeps saying there's, like, murder plots going on, when in all reality it's just, like, minor stuff, but then there's more going on, you know? There's a mystery in this small town. I don't want to say more, because it's an amazing film. Where am I going? This one, turn that off. Add to the list of like 30 other things. At least a movie, you know, you could just watch once and then be done. Also, I need Goldsmith next. Assuming I could actually get Goldsmith done. I just need to, like, be able to copy it over. Do I have the DVD, or do I just have, Blu-ray? Because I could copy that over. I don't know if you ever seen Shaun of the Dead. Shroob, have you ever seen that? Okay. Oh, I need to be level 40 to even start that, so that's gonna be a bit. Back to Scholar. Yeah, Shroob, have you seen Shaun of the Dead? Hell yeah. Okay, so Shaun of the Dead is made by the... Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz are made by the same director, and they both star... they both star Nick Frost and... It's not Sean Bean. Damn it! Simon Pegg. It's the same director and the same 2 actors. Where am I going? Here. We got... What did I get? I got something. I got the hat. I got the scholar hat. Yay! I'm getting buffs. Now I need to go to Leatherworks for the next part, I think. But for now, we'll go... It was Minor. That's where I need to go. Yeah. Have you seen At World's End, Shroob? Up here. Because At World's End is also same director, and then the same 2 actors as well. They formed the Cornetto trilogy. You seen a lot of memes about it? Yeah, they formed the Cornetto trilogy, Shroob. And I do have it. All great films. Although, World's End is definitely a different vibe than the other 2, that's for sure. But no, Hot Fuzz is legit one of my favorite movies. Like, top 2 type of favorite movies, you know? And let me guess, level 40? Level 40. Okay. Alchemist. That's one I gotta do here. Also, have you seen Baby Driver? Same director, not the actors though, but same director. I would also put that probably in my top 2. Like, those two, Hot Fuzz and Baby Driver, are really good. Complete this. You feel like Fish would know that one? Watching Champions League again. Enjoy the Champions League. Fish. Fish would know that one? Baby Driver's really good. Again, it sounds like Shrew. I need to get those movies copied so we can watch those. Do a Cornetto trilogy. And then Baby Driver. Okay. What else is there? I think that's it. Wait, why is there a completion at Weaver's Guild? Hold on. Do I have it? But it's like, but because I'm currently using it. Woolen Tights. Woolen Tights. I don't know if that's in here or the... No, I think it would be in here. Woolen Tights. Coveting. Going. Vigil Tights. Stag. Woolen Tights. I don't see Woolen Tights, so I don't know why it's kind of implying that I have it. Okay. I think it's now to... Yeah, it's now Gridania. Oh, wait, no. I didn't finish the Alchemist quest. I didn't finish it. Ooh, indeed. Steps of Thal. Oh, I see him. I see him. Okay, we go here. You will enjoy it if if the team you support wins. That's how it always works, right? It's like, this will only be a good game if my team wins. There we go. Now I go back to the Guildmaster. Don't want to do what I did last time. Yeah, I need to... first of all, I need to see if I have DVDs of them or if I just have Blu-ray. And if I have DVDs of them, I need to copy them over. And then we gotta do like some sort of movie night with those movies. They were really good. But yeah, Hot Fuzz is gonna be in theaters soon. And I may end up seeing it. Because Hot Fuzz is one of my favorite movies. Guess I can start the next Alchemist quest, but I doubt I'll finish it. God knows I need to really work on Alchemists. I need to make a high ether. And it needs to be a good one, too. Let's see if I can... Yeah, no, that ain't happening. Okay. We gotta go to Gridania. What are you playing to? Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. What was that? You're not that base. If it's a good game to watch, it's a good game to watch, but you want your team to win. Randit Robot lore drop? Which one? What lore did I accidentally give? You're playing the titty game again. Yeah, sure, when are you gonna play the booby game again? And you gotta play as Haruka. So that way you can see the potential artwork you can make for me. Because there are many ideas you can do with that. Okay. It was one of those... Shrub, it was one of those things where I randomly picked that character, saw that that character uses a robot, and then as soon as we, like, saw, like, some of the animations, Crimson and I were both like, yeah, this is perfect for Scottbot artwork. And I knew you would want to know immediately. Keeps going the ways it's going. We might have tons of time soon. I see. She's almost... True, they're all almost naked in Senran Kagura. They're all almost naked. You thought of that? I can also be the mech we can summon? I mean, there are many things we could do with the robots. And we go talk to you again. Oh. I'm gonna turn this one off. Yeah, just get money, basically. I need to be level 40 for that, so we can't really do much there. What else is here? Summoner, which I should start while I'm here. I need to go to Leatherwork. Okay. I need to go to Leatherwork. I forget if there's actually something to do there, other than the Scholar. But I need to head that way. Oh yeah, Crimson, a couple days ago, I went through and finished the main story mode for that, for Senran Kagura. And one of the final levels that I did show you had a lot of enemies to fight. And as I'm playing it, I'm like, you know what? I think this would be a good level grinding spot. Or skill grinding anyway. I don't know if it's better or worse than the multiplayer 50 wave thing in terms of actual EXP, but at the very least that mission, every time you finish it, you know, you can see where your stats are. You know, at least you got that. Yeah, Crimson, if you start speeding through the plot, you could probably see what I'm talking about. Scholar? You saw the achievements. Yeah. You also want to play the... I've lost the screwdriver set. Yeah, you got a controller to fix, don't ya? So that is the gloves. Hell yeah. Character's getting more powerful at the moment. When we talk to you. You're the scholar, yes? I've been instructed to assist you. If you would please let me see Master Rose's work. This craftsmanship is amazing. I cannot wait to get started. Maybe I probably could have been skipping these. Yeah, 2 controllers to fix. Ah, I see. One of these days, I need to show off how sensitive my original GameCube controller is now. I need to actually show you. Like, it is super sensitive. Yours, sir, made with the finest boar and buffalo leather, in the accordance with Alcazolca's design, which is very impressive, I must say. He must be dying to see the completed set. I know I would be. Had I gone to such great lengths, you ought to surprise him by wearing the garments when you next meet him. And I am doing just that because it's better stats. Of course, it's the shoes, or the boots, whatever. Okay, now I'm supposed to go back to the guild. However, while we are here, let's start Summoner. but start the summoner quest. We are here, might as well. Yeah, no joke, my original GameCube controller, while I still have it, I used it a lot. It was basically my only controller. I say basically because my second one was a Mad Catz controller. Shroob, what's your experience with Mad Catz? Because Crimson doesn't know anything about Mad Catz. But I used it so much that if you try to move the control stick left, it will just send you flying. Like, it is super sensitive. Greetings, Scottbot. Though it's good to see you, I'm afraid I have yet to ascertain Tristan's ultimate objective. I only know that he is cunning and brutal, and will stop at nothing to achieve his purpose. As matters stand, we but chase after the man's shadow. Such a straightforward pursuit will, I believe, lead us one step behind. Our sole advantage is the treasure we possess that Tristan appears to covet. Eventually, his desire will bring him to us. Where and when Tristan will strike, I cannot say, but it is unlikely to be on a field of our choosing. Thus I suggest we prepare for this inevitable conflict as we best may be. As fortune would have it, the ruins of Mordana may have provided us with a new source of strength. Word among the Sons is that a set of Evoker's attire has been unearthed. Made during the reign of the Allegan Empire, these enchanted garments were sewn for the elusive use of summoners. I can only imagine the decree to which they will enhance your already impressive powers. The man supervising excavation efforts at St. Konark's finds, Ramboros, is a dear friend of mine. In light of our circumstances, I am certain that he will consent to the request that you will be allowed to don the attire. Shall we pay him a visit? That is in Mordana. For now, we're going to work on Scholar. So, back to Limsa. They're here to miss. You had one when you were younger and you didn't like using it, but your sister loved it. I think I had a PlayStation 2 controller for Mad Catz, and that wasn't too bad. But my GameCube one is definitely not as good, because I have a GameCube Mad Catz controller as well. I need Reverse Guild. But, however, I think their memory cards were typically better. I have a GameCube Mad Catz memory card. I think it was better than... I think it was able to hold more than the original or something. I don't remember. But the problem I have with the GameCube one mainly is that, like, the main face buttons, like the A and B buttons, like, they can just... Like, they're kind of flatter to... Like, they're more smooth, so they're not as comfortable. And two, like, when you press the button down, they kind of stick in a little bit, if that makes sense. By the gods, I feel as though I've been transported backwards through time. You were the very image of the Neiman scholars of Eld. Well, minus the gown, but still, never in my wildest dreams did I think you would turn out this well. Huh, I see you approve as well, little one. Suffice it to say, we can consider this a great success. But yeah, I had to explain to Backcap that the Mad Catz brand was a brand of third-party stuff, and they were typically not that great. And we could do the level 50 quest. Yes, I forgot to mention it while I was awaiting your return. I made considerable progress with the deciphering of my Nimian tablets. Much of what I have learned until now has pertained to the roles of scholars within the military. However, these latest texts offer insight into a scholar's activities during times of peace. As you can imagine, they were not the sort to let their restorative magics go to waste. One particular stirring account describes their selfless efforts to combat the spread of a virulent plague. or whatever, which at one point threatened to engulf all of Nim. Naturally, they did so at the aid of their fairies, which is why I believe that similar acts of charity may serve to further awaken your winged companion. If you are of mind to test my theory, why not journey to Camp Bronze Lake? You will find no shortage of the sick and wounded there. Farusa would doubtless welcome your services were you to offer them. He presides over the Warm Wine Sanatorium, so be sure to have word with him if you decide to go. First of all, I need my son. Don't have too much experience with them, but never really heard good things. Honestly, I always heard, like, okay things about, like, their memory cards, but their actual controllers were never that good. I have to go to Upper Limsa. Okay. I thought so. Yeah, one of these days, I'll show that GameCube controller. I still have it. Like, it is ridiculous how sensitive it'll move to the left. Like, the slightest movement of the control stick. Like, this is barely touching it, right? Moving to the left. I'm pretty sure Sonic would be running at this point if I was playing Sonic Adventure 2. Like, it's that sensitive. And that was barely moving the control stick. Hell, it might have gotten worse over time. It's just been sitting in a drawer for, like, who knows how long. Welcome to Bronze Lake. If you desire treatment, Pardon? You wish to administer treatment? Are you even qualified to? Wait, you must be Scottbot, the scholar. We are happy to accept any assistance you can provide. I am told you possess magics which can cleanse the body of toxins, impurities, and maladies. At the present, we have 5 patients visiting the spring who would benefit from this care. Pray attend to these individuals and return to me when finished. Just a simple physics, right? No? Do I talk to you first? Oh, cast Azuna. There we go. I thought it was heal, but no. We use Azuna. I really need to shrink that little that icon. I do need to boot up Star Force and do a little bit of money grinding, but surprisingly Star Force is actually going very fast. Like, okay, the money grinding helps. Being able to increase the amount of money we get. What the hell? How dare you? Yeah, it's kind of surprising how fast the money grinding gets when you can put a ×5 on it. But also having the encounter rate up specifically so we can find bosses just sped things along. Okay. Check the other two. Your team got red card, and the opponents scored a free kick just before halftime. Not looking good, Crimson. Not looking good. Why am I not running? Why are you running? Why are you running? Azuna. You set me free. I no longer have eyes upon. Doctors hate this new remedy. There's always a second half or the second leg. True. Very true. Doctors agree they hate this new remedy. Find out more. Number 5 will surprise you. really just need good weapons for my job classes, but, you know, that's gonna be a bit. That's done. Now we'll... Oh, hey, Backup's here. How's it going, Backup? Okay, BuzzFeed, exactly. At least you know what I was referring to. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. What you did for those patients was nothing short of miraculous. Their commanding officers will be pleased to hear that they can return to active duty. You and Al-Kazoka have my deepest thanks, Scottbot. So now I go back to the Marauders Guild. BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed is a online blog website, news article? I don't know. They're not good. That's the point. They basically just made a bunch of listicles. Like, oh, top 10 things that you should do on, I don't know. Shroob, you could probably explain better than me. I don't know why. Star Force 2 during Zerker, just like I want. Thank you. Watch Mojo? Kind of like Watch Mojo, yes. Except, imagine if Watch Mojo was more of was like a news article instead of a YouTube video. Very similar, yes. Yeah, Backcap, I suggested Zerker because even though both games have Zerker, and there is a way to basically transfer over the stats of your other save file within the game itself, if you play Zerker and Taylor is playing Saurian, it just means I don't have to do another playthrough. That's all. Or top 10 celebs that eat cheese. Yeah, I know, like stupid stuff like that. Rukusa Farusa tells me that your potent magic exceeded all expectation. Had a good time, did you? I thought you might. It warms my heart to see you two making such great strides. It reminds me that I must work harder to see that I'm not left behind. For the nonce that I will resume deciphering the Nyman tablets, though they have yielded an immense quantity of information on the scholarly arts. I remain confident that they contain an equally impressive wealth of tactical information. Sounds like those ads on random sites. That is just BuzzFeed in general. That is just BuzzFeed in general. There, new skill. Level 50 quest, and this is the last one. Scottbot, you must come with me at once. Another Tomberry has emerged at the Wanderer's Palace. A traveling peddler caught sight of the fiend and fled to Camp Bronze Lake once again. It falls to the Marauders Guild to find it and slay it. This time, we will hunt the Tomberry in greater numbers, so that we might surround it and cut off all avenues of escape. I have not forgotten our previous attempt to slay one of the foul creatures. Nor have you, I trust. I have your assurance that you will keep your fairy in line this time, yes? Then let us make for Bronze Lake at once. Our comrades have already departed, and I do not wish to fall behind. We'll rendezvous with them at the same place we battled the first Tomberry. Bronze Lake once again. Didn't respond again. Oh, right, I've just been distracted. Crimson. But yeah, Backcap, since you're playing Star Force 2, you can take your time on that one, since, you know, I'm still on Star Force 1. Okay. do we got here? Time to fight a Tomberry, which is always a scary thought. Never let your guard down against Tomberries. Thank the gods you have come, Skapa. Any later and we might have proceeded without you. I highly doubt that. The Tomberry appears to be in some sort of trance and is oblivious to our presence. Is everyone ready? You're already stuck? Where are you stuck in Star Force 2? I could try to help, but... Excellent. Remember, we must surround the fiend. It cannot be allowed to flee. My son, my dear son, stay away. I cannot. Oh no, he jumps into the water. Damn it, not again. It seeks sanctuary inside the Wanderer's Palace. Come, let us follow and finish this once and for all. Time to take down a Tomberry. Oh my god. These are actually a lot easier, but watch, they're going to use, like... They're just going to stab me with their kitchen knife, and I'm just going to die instantly. Like, it's not going to be fun. I know in, like, one of the other games, or maybe just multiple, I forget which one, they have a... okay. They have a skill, I think it's like greed, not greed, but, they have a skill where the more enemies you've personally killed, the more damage they can do to you or something. It's ridiculous. Do I? Yes, what do I do against these things? Well, I guess I'll just keep moving, I guess. Don't really seem to do much of anything. I can't figure out what to do against them. In a movie theater, told to look around, but feel like you interacted with everything. Is that what shot here? Okay. I'm trying to think of what you would have to do. Did you talk to everyone? To be honest, I have no clue what you might have to do based on that description. It's been way too long. Except for looking up like some sort of guide. Get rid of the Hexer. I like how we have Tomberry, like, black magic, classes. It looks just like a black mage. I love it. I never knew I wanted like a Tomberry job class, basically. This must be the main Tomberry. Don't know what else I can do. Just keep on attacking. Yeah, that's like all I can think of is to just talk to every character. There's so many Rancor flames that getting in the way. Oh, no. He died. You had to look at the Sonya sign, but not any sign. Only one the boy was looking at. Interesting. I wonder if it was clear in the game, but... weren't you speaking, like, through text or something? Okay. First of all, do I have, like, a better heal or something? First of all, I could have tried Resurrection, but no, that's not good enough. Ooh, right, I could have done Energy Drain. That's my B. Oh, I have that. Okay, hold on. Restores target HP, but I need Aether Flow. Deals damage with 150 for all nearby allies. Okay. Do that. This is an Aether Flow one. Let's try... I gotta put it somewhere. God, I feel like my... Okay, we'll put it here. We'll try that. We'll see how that works. No one said look at Sonya's sign. I don't know. I don't really know. I guess I'll see what how the game presents itself once I get to that point. Back cap. We'll get to Star Force 2 eventually. First bio. Load. What do you mean I can't energy drain? Fine. Oh my god, this is so much better. Can I get rid of these? Invulnerable. Okay, whatever. I don't know why I can't use, oh, you can only use that after. Got it, okay. I get the order of operations mixed up. Okay. Now I can maybe handle this a bit better. You lost? How so? I don't fully believe you. Oh yeah, this is so much better. I should have looked. I didn't realize I had this skill. This is so much better. The game? I don't know. I don't believe that. I don't think you did. I think you're lying to me. Can I do this? I think you're doing that just to set me up, Shrew. I think that's all what you're trying to do right now. I don't know if it's going to work. Maybe it already has. Me acknowledging it is probably enough. Yeah, this was way better. Way better. I don't care if I need to get that close. I guess that's the benefit of having Ruin. You have range. That is one benefit. by changing moves around. That's all that mattered. Still can't really do anything about the flames, though. There we go. Done. Why suspicious? I don't know. I just feel like you're trying to get me to think of something. It's not, and I don't know. I just don't trust you, Shrew. You didn't read your dumb... Yeah, that's the thing about RPGs. Sometimes you gotta read. What? Again? Why do you protect this demon? I just now realized in Scholar I have glasses over glasses. Don't trust you? I don't trust you in this situation, Shroob. I just don't think it's a... I think there's something up. Under my pair of glasses is another set of glasses. Pretty cool, huh? The Rancor. Lily, my son, why are you here? Who has summoned you? Then Nim is no more. 1,500 years. Can it truly be so? I was Surito Karito, before the sickness from the sea transformed me. The traders, they were the first. As their ears and noses began to atrophy, their limbs grew shorter and their skin. We scholars tried to halt the spread. We tried to find a cure, but in time, we too fell ill. Sympathy turned to fear, and fear turned to anger. Monsters, they called us. Abominations. Then you were once a man? They sealed the sick within the temple with magics. Tried to drown us. Tried to forget us. Though our bodies have been changed, our minds remained intact. But within every man lurks a beast. When those whom you call kin deny you, come to hate you and despise you. I too succumbed to the Rancor, until you reunited with me with Lily, my dearest son. Long has my mind been clouded with hatred, but by the resplendent light of Lily, at long last, I am free. The Tomberries weren't evil the entire time. How tragic. They were once human. Too bad, you know, every time I see a Tomberry, I just get the... I either get the flight or fight response. There's no in between. I know how deadly Tomberries are. So wait a bleeding moment. That Tomberry used to be a scholar like you? So does that mean you'll turn into one of them if you keep slinging those spells? Or did I misunderstand what he said back there? What the hell's with it? Tomberry exists. Flight or fight. I came expecting to fight one Tomberry, not a whole bloody mess of them. If it wasn't for you and your flying friend, I reckon we'd not have left there alive. Gotta say, you and Alka make a great team. Shame there isn't more of you scholarly types around, cause I could have used a partner like you. Take care, Scottbot. I nearly killed him. Thank the gods that fairy stopped me. I wonder, did she know it was Cerrito from the beginning? Or was it only... In any case, she has regained a good portion of her memories, if not all of them, I suspect. Well, if you will excuse me, I need to take some time to put my thoughts in order and decide how to explain this to the Axemaster. That the traditions of my people have not been lost to the ages is of great comfort to me. I do not know how that soul crystal came into your possession, but I am glad that it did, for the sickness robbed me of not only my body, but of Lily as well. The soul of the scholar no longer resonates with my aether. I cannot summon her. Only you can. Only you are fit to wield the magics now. Here, a gown as befits a scholar of your standing. I bequeath it to you, along with the knowledge of sacred soil, my most versatile art. I cannot thank you enough for purging the rancor from my heart. But there are still countless others who have yet to see the light. I cannot abandon them to their fate. I will not. So I bid you farewell, Scotbot. Carry on our traditions with pride. We need a Tom Berry emo so he can scare me. Oh god. Tom Berry. Oh no! It has his gun! Okay, we can't continue. We're done with Scholar at the moment. We are done with Scholar. And with that, a new set of robes. There we go. Scholar is done. Now, let's continue Summoner. And we need to go to... Well, first of all, let me summon first. There we go. Alright. We need to go to Mordana, I believe. Yeah. So it can't scare me. Oh no. It's got a knife! It has to be a Tom Berry and it's just pointing the knife at me. You'd think, as a robot, the knife wouldn't work as well on me. But Tom Berries know what they're doing. They have grudge. That's the skill. It's grudge. Final Fantasy X, at least in that game, the more enemies a particular character has killed, the more damage grudge manages to do. Granted, if you have a single character, like, not kill anyone, then grudge does nothing. But still, you're playing an RPG. I have one weakness, and it's Tom Berries. Okay, let's be fair here, Shroob. Everyone's weakness is Tom Berries. Unless you are a Tom Berry. Let's continue the Summoner quest. Even Tom Berries. Even Tom Berries are weak to Tom Berries. Ah, Yimhitra. I suspected you would make an appearance before long. I presume this fine gentleman is the new summoner I've heard so much about. Yes, hopefully the first of many. Now, pray tell me, Boris, has the discovery of the Allagan Maid Invoker entire been confirmed? It has. Truly a historical find. Then I would ask a boon of you, my friend. You recall the predicament of which I spoke. Our chances of survival would be greatly improved if you would consider allowing Scottbot to wear the Allagan garments. Well, he is a summoner after all, and I must confess to no small degree of scholarly curiosity as to the effect of the attire I will have on one with the appropriate training. These finds are, however, the result of much sweat and even a few tears on the part of the excavation team. 'Tis a frustrating task at times, and I feel they will be loath to part with the garments without some measure of recompense for their efforts. Allow me, though, to offer a solution. Metallic monstrosities of Allagan construction known as Mirror Knights have risen from the dig sites scattered across Mordana. Needless to say, they pose a dangerous threat to our excavators. I suggest you speak with my 3 field researchers and dispose of any such nasty hindrances in their work. I dare say that they will gladly surrender the pieces of the attire they hold. Once I have confirmed our dig site suitably emptied of armor horrors, I will see you rewarded with the garments that I myself recovered from the ruins. What else can we give a knife? You could give crabs a knife. That's also scary. No shrew. Robots have EMPs. I'm soul powered, Batcap. That doesn't necessarily work. At least I don't think so. I'm soul powered. I'm not a robot. I'm not a traditional robot. Mirror Knight, it's just over yonder. There we go. Aether Charge. That's how we get Aether Throw. I was getting, like, the different shot classes confused. I don't need summon just yet. There we go. Maybe make it cloudy then. Oh yeah, my thanks. Now I'm finally able to concentrate on my tasks. If I'm not mistaken, you are in search of Evoker's attire. I have one of the wondrous pieces right here. You are most welcome to it. There we go. It looks like I got the legs. There we go, the leggings. Yes. Better stats obtained. One right there. There's a third one. Where are you? Oh, I have to go in order. Also, do I have better skill? Ruin 2. That's level 54, 52. No, I think. Deals damage with potency of 150 to target and all enemies nearby it. Do I have Flame Flare equipped? I don't think so. I should have that equipped. I need to rearrange my hotbar. The magic spells are kind of getting all cluttered, and I need to figure out what I want the most. Like, I don't know if I need Outburst. Like, Outburst, I don't remember really caring for as much. Probably get away with just Runes. Talk to you again. Did you not give me the... Okay, no, you gave me the gloves. Yes. Give me those better equipment. Next one. Right over here. Talk to you. More Mirror Knights? Oh no! Something needs to be done about that. Who would have guessed? It's almost like there's a pattern or something. Okay. Aether Charge. Oh, oops. There we go. You're done. You gave me the boots. Lately, I think I'm gonna get the hat. They seem to give you, like, the chest plate last from the level 50 mission. Ah, the champion of my researchers returns. With the ruins now free of Mirror Knights, the excavations can proceed at a far more satisfying pace. Trembling in fear for one's own life makes it astonishingly difficult to handle ancient artifacts that have a tendency to crumble into dust. You have performed a valuable duty for us, Kappa. As promised, you shall have the Summoner's Garment uncovered by my own hand as your reward. Ah, yes. Yimhitra mentioned she would await you at Apkalu Falls. It seems there was doubt in her mind that you would succeed. There was no doubt in her mind that you would succeed here. So she went back to Gridania, it sounds like. And we got the helm. There we go. It's the Summoner's Horn. Yay! I think that kind of was a... Actually, no. I think the horn has always been a thing since 5, maybe? Okay. Back to Gridania. Wait. Apku Falls. That is Gridania, right? I want to double check before I teleport. Yes. Double checking. Didn't want to waste this. Yeah. I need to... God. I feel like I've been distracted the last few days or just mentally drained. I need to go and finish a clip for the weekend. It shouldn't take me too much longer. I've just been distracted. Get that done. I didn't really find anything else this week, so I may just have to work on a previous one from old VOD. Periodically. True, but I know you're still trying to post clips as well. Are you just reposting them, or have you been doing minor edits? And when I say minor, I really do mean minor. Don't spend too much time. I don't know if it's that worth it. I do find it very hard to tell when a moment is clip-worthy, or if it's just... Or maybe just editing it a little bit better would have done it, but when you don't edit it in the right way, it just didn't work out. It is daunting to imagine Eggy born of the Lady Vortex. Such unpredictable curiosity should serve you well. I will search for a suitably airy location in which to perform the austerities of wind. You, my dear summoner, must need prepare your body and mind for the trials ahead. I shall be waiting. So this is another 45 quest, and this will let us get Garuda. I sense Garuda's restless essence wailing in the confines of your etheric channels. It is time we granted it release with the austerities of wind. Thankfully, I already have in mind a location that well suits our elemental purposes. You are familiar with the floating city of Neum in outer Lenosa. As you might imagine, the aspect of wind is entirely dominant in the area of those suspended isles. Pray make your way there as soon as you feel prepared. I'm quite excited to see the new Eggy. So outer Lenosa. I still need to go back and work on that pixel art thing too. I need to come up with other color combos for that. Haven't really touched in it, done the pixel art in a while. Over here. Fly up here. I am here. Shall we begin? I assume that this is your third such experience. You have now grown familiar with the steps of the ritual. Thus, as before, I would have you concentrate on shifting your etheric balance. Imagine the energy within you howling through your veins as an incessant gale of screeching wrath. Garuda's essence will be only too eager to harness those raging currents and shape them into a worldly avatar. Once Garuda Egi has appeared, it falls to you to tame its fury. Let's try it. Boss time. At least I think so. It's got the music. It's got the proper music, that's for sure. Too bad I can't use bio on it. Keep the charge going, I guess. And Earth. Hell yeah, the music's kicking up. Is the audio stuttering a bit? I might have to fix that next time when I get a chance. No, I need to. Damn it! One more fire, there we go. Get another heal going. I don't know if it'll do much damage, but hey, it's something. Perfect. Ruin. God, I need to. I did the wrong thing, didn't I? Okay. Let's get into fire. Getting interrupted. It's very annoying. Excuse me. You have little mini-me's. Yeah, I gotta get rid of the mini-me's. Damn it, like, I'm constantly, like, having trouble targeting. Got rid of the ads. Get another those going, and I need a heal up. Heal up some more. Let's heal up. Wind should do the trick. Get out of here. Now we can summon Garuda. I guess it's a stronger variant of wind, kind of like the others. Yeah, the audio is, I can kind of hear it stuttering. Masterfully done, Scottbot. Garuda Egi's power is now yours to wield. Your aptitude for the art of summoning has exceeded my highest expectations. I honestly could not have found a more valuable partner for my research. Let us return to Apkalu Falls. I'm sure you must be exhausted after this ordeal. And I'm just gonna have to pay for the teleport. Let me see if I can fix the audio. Let me see if I can do something about that. It's being a little stuttery. just a little bit. Oh no, the capture's already running, except that's a lie. Let's try it there. I love it when it does this. Okay, good. Audio's playing. Sometimes it works if you just don't use the shortcut. You do the manual, like on the desktop. I don't know. Sometimes it works, and sometimes I have to give it like 5 minutes before it'll work again. I hate it when I close it out and it's like, you close it out, you open it back up, and it's like, but it's already running. Like, no. I closed it. It's not running. The computer's like, no, it's running. It's like, no, it's not. Why do you suck? Okay. We're almost done with Summoner. We should be able to do the last mission. We could just, I think, move on to plot. Because I did not tackle White Mage at all. With the addition of Garuda Egi, you can now command the 3 powerful avatars. As you have no doubt realized, however, each of these entities have a particular role in which it excels. For Garuda Egi, that role is unleashing magic to strike down distant foes. I must admit to feeling equal parts joy and apprehension to how faithfully the summon being displayed the original Primal's volatile disposition. Experiment with your Egi allies, and the most effective use of your individual abilities will soon become clear. With such mastery of the art at your disposal, I shall almost pity Tristan when he next chooses to confront you. Before that time comes, however, I will endeavor to pierce the mastery of his motivations. Or mystery, not mastery. May your discoveries bring you new confidence, Scapa. Explored again. Are you losing, Crimson? Is your team losing? Good. Actually, I don't know. Alright, next up, the level 50 mission where we'll be done with Summoner. Scuppa, there has been a terrible incident. My poor colleagues at St. Connacht's find murdered. The reports are confused, but they all mention the same black-robed attacker. You know as well as I do that Tristan is behind this massacre. He has indeed grown bold, or desperate, to commit such a brazen act. We should set off to Mordona at once and speak with any survivors. It may be that we can glean some idea of what that cold-hearted monster was after, or where he might strike next. We must stop him, Scapa. Back to Mordona. Two to 0? Man, it doesn't sound good on your end, Crimson. I think you're not gonna make it. Because doesn't soccer, like, isn't that just kind of the typical score sheet? 1 to 0, 2 to 0, that's typically the average. I don't know, Crimson. I think that's it. I don't know if they have enough time to catch up. Second leg trust, I mean, try it. Hope it works out. All the way over here. Come on, dude, come back next week. Yeah, they will surely come back next week, right? Except now's the game that matters, right? Where are you? Are you just mixed in here or something? Where are you? Yes, I'm absolutely certain it was the same dark summoner who Yimtra described to us. Or Yimhitra, whatever. We were celebrating a recent find, the soul crystal of an Allegan summoner, when a man in black robes suddenly appeared and demanded we surrender the gem. Naturally, we objected to this arrogant imposition, but he simply sneered at our refusal. The next moment... Oh, oops. Accidentally pressed the button. That bastard slaughtered my friends. There was no warning, no negotiation. If the gods grant you the chance to exact vengeance, then I pray you show him the same mercy he offered us. Another soul crystal. Yes, it makes sense that he would shift his attention to a more easily obtainable gem. After all your progress, you would now make for a most formidable opponent. I must apologize for not sharing my theory earlier. I suspected that Tristan might desire the soul crystal you carry, but did not wish to draw any premature conclusions without sufficient evidence. I am at a loss, however, to explain why he seeks to collect more of these Allegan relics. We shall just have to ask the villain himself after we corner him in the Singing Shards. Let us be on our way. Where is he? Up there. One home, one away. Aggregate score. Okay, so it would be a tie. It's not a Champions League knockout match, so they play home and away 2 matches. Okay. So there's still another shot. Okay, let's do this. Okay, Tristan. The least interesting Yu-Gi-Oh! Character. Time to get rid of you. I have brought you the soul crystals as promised. Yes. They appear to be authentic Allegan artifacts. Crushes them in his hand. Very well. I shall honor our bargain. From within these gems I shall draw forth the memories of the ancient summoners and the slumbering essence of an elder primal. All the attendant knowledge and power shall be yours. Oh gods, the pain! The bumbling summoner and his incompetent lackey make an appearance at last. You think to capture me? Fools, I have orchestrated your every move. You have grown much in the art, it is true, but through the wisdom of the Paragons, I have now commanded the power of an Elder Primal. You made a deal with the Paragons, and you call us fools. The Ashions will never relinquish their hold on you. A small price to pay, if you could but feel the strength that fills my entire being. It is indescribable. I will use this power to annihilate the beast tribes and put an end to their insufferable rituals at once and for all. The primals will rise no more. Hear me, Demon King of Devouring Flame. Feed on my ever-burning anguish and be reborn! The culmination of my sacred duty is at hand. But first, there is one more soul crystal that must be mine. I will tolerate its wasted potential no longer. A fight with a powered-up Ifrit, Aggie. You know, the Garuda fight had a more interesting boss music. Just saying. So at least get the 8 charge. I don't know if... It doesn't really seem like I can target Tristan. Ul'dah while I heal a bit more. Did he even do anything? No, I really gotta keep on the healing. Oh my god. I think Earth is doing okay. More of these. I shall heal a bit. Gotta keep this up. Oops. That's a lot of damage. I didn't catch how much it was. Ifrit. Still does decent damage. I gotta keep the healing up. That charged. Am I supposed to fight Tristan? Oh, Tristan is healing, Ifrit. But maybe I could just target Tristan. You know, go after Summoner and not the summon. Now I gotta heal. Another Ruby Ruin going. He's healing himself too. I actually have no clue if it's better to go after Tristan or if it's better to go after Ifrit. I mean, I don't know if Tristan's necessarily targeting me. Actually, can we put Tristan to sleep? Ifrit's asleep. Actually, yeah, they're both asleep. I have never thought to actually utilize sleep. Okay. We can make that work. While I try to heal, I can target Tristan a little bit more. Okay. Let's get another sleep going. Oh, maybe it doesn't work after a bit. I was gonna say, I thought I summoned. I have no idea what's the difference between Fester and Painfire, but Tristan got a full heal. Damn you, Tristan! I actually have no idea how much damage this will. Oh no, he just casted like Meteor. Too bad it didn't work for you. I like target this thing. Oh yeah, that's like definitely one more Ruby Ruin. Just for you. And I think we're almost done with this. That going. That going. Ruby Ruin. again. Do I get meteors? I should get meteors. By all the memories of summers past, I should have been unstoppable. I will sear the disease of beastmen from the face of the land, deprive of worshippers. The primals that tempered my weak-willed siblings will wither into oblivion. So I see my order's records were accurate. Though it was buried deep in the archives, but I recently uncovered a report that described how you slew your own brother. He was corrupted during your ill-fated encounter with Ifrit, was he not? I imagine your superiors in the Immortal Flames thought it mercy to conceal that inglorious detail. Once the soft-hearted headed fool had been tempered, there was no saving him. Thus I took it upon myself to expunge the stain of embarrassment. But my work is left undone. The primal, no, all primals must suffer for that insult. After I killed my brother, I found myself liberated, my vision clear. No deed was too vile if it promised to add the power I require. How can you not see? I am the sword of vengeance, and I shall wrest that soul crystal from your blasted corpse. Can't speak, can I? Ugh. It's the normal red Ifrit and not the purple one. Shut up! Oh my god, quit with the dialogue already, just die. He's like, no, you! He blew himself up. I wonder which struck the first blow to his sanity, the despair at his brother's tempering, or the guilt from slaying his own kin. It is ironic to think that, discounting the means, our purposes were fundamentally one and the same. A summoner employs the savagery of one of the primals to conquer the primals themselves. Had Tristan approached us as an ally, we might have found ourselves aiding his cause. Alas, he chose to walk the path of bloodshed. Each vicious act must have pushed the man deeper into madness until, eventually, the lust for power and vengeance was all that drove him. The might of the primals carries with it a burden of responsibility and a measure of danger. I hope never to see you corrupted by the potent energies you wield, Scottbot. It is time we return to Apkalu Falls. The Dark Summoner is no more. Let's get this done. Have about another hour and a half. We could probably work on plot. I was kind of told to save the hard mode Ifrit fight for on stream, at least for the first attempt. So I want to tackle some dungeons, but I don't think I'm gonna tackle them today. Especially if I just do NPCs, it'll take a while. So maybe next time? I don't know. I don't know when I should tackle those dungeons. Considering that in between streams, I think I want to put a little bit more priority on White Mage now. Just a little bit. how I would love to declare our troubles at an end, but I fear the Ashen, with whom Tristan made his bargain, is yet afoot. Or the Ashian. These so-called paragons prey upon men and women who are in their weakest, speaking honeyed words to lead them down the road to destruction. In this manner, they seek to plunge the realm of Eorzea into chaos. It is reassuring to know that heroes like you exist to foil their never-ending schemes and foul plots. An outright war against the Ashians looms closer day by day. Thus, would I have your armor yourself with the last piece of Evoker's attire. It was discovered at the same dig site whence Tristan seized the Soul Crystal, and the Saint Coniarchs find researchers. Grateful for your actions in bringing the murderous summoner to justice, insisted that you complete your set. One can never be over-prepared when heading into a battle against a paragon. Wear it proudly, Scotbot. Speaking of preparations, were you aware that the deeper layer of power hidden within your avatars? A technique exists that allows you to tap into the full potential of your Eggy. You must have seen Tristan employing this ability. During the final battle with the Dark Summoner, you would have heard a whisper emanating from the Soul Crystal. Still your mind now, Scotbot, and you will hear the voices of the ancient summoners instructing you in their greatest achievement. The true power of the Eggy will be yours. Do we get access to that? And Kiddle. Okay, we're done with Summoner for now. Again, until we continue the plot. There we go. So now what this allows me to do is prioritize White Mage in my grinding. There's something I want to check. These skills. Got Garuda, that's not until later. What did I get? None of those. What is it? Roll. Also, I should really have lucid dreaming somewhere. Shit. I really need to fix. You know what? I never use Outburst. Okay, so Enkindle enhances the signature attack of summons, upgrading Burning Strike to Inferno, Rockbuster to Earthen Fury, and Aerial Slash to Aerial Blast. So the summon itself got stronger, not the not Gemshine, not this one. Okay, that's nice. Ooh, we could get Rune 3 if I gain like 4 more levels, but yeah, we're not worried about that. Yeah. Okay. So, as I kind of mentioned, my next priority will now be White Mage in terms of leveling stuff up. And equipment as well. But now that White Mage is the only one left, I now see that a lot of these are weaker. So I can just sell a bunch of this, you know. It's easier to keep track now since White Mage is the only thing I need to worry about. It just makes things so much easier to keep track of. I think I have all this stuff anyway. So, I can work on that on my own time next. White Mage is the only one left. I will probably just be getting it to level 40 at the very least. I don't know if I see myself getting it to 45 or even 50. But for now, we want to do the next story quest. We'll continue story for an hour or so. Gotta go, Hannah. Have a good rest of your day, Badcap. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy Star Force 2. Okay, we need to go to Costa del Sol. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna try to get White Mage going. I don't know if I'll get to 45. At the very least, I'll try to get to level 40. We'll see how much I do. But I'm thinking once we get to the point where I get White Mage to level 50, I think we could probably go ahead and start another job. Just one at a time. Just to get something else worked on. Unless we get access to the next set, if I progress with the plot long enough. I cannot speak. Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Makote muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's bane, Scappa, brings you to my humble resort. You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh, who dealt among us until so very recently, was the songstress of Ul'dah? Gads, man. If I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Oh, for shame. To think that she now plies her trade for some riffraff off to the west. Or wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say. A tragedy! West it is. Thank you, Master Gege Ruju. Your information served us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks, and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel on to Wineport and do the same. Yeah, to recall, Minfilia's mother, who she thought was dead, kinda seems to be alive. Actually, I think it's her adopted mother. So that's what we're kind of tracking, doing our tracking. There's talk that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn is going to relocate somewhere else. That's kind of what's happening. It kind of feels like we're kind of in that in-between type of story because, this is just immediately after the final boss, basically. I think you're in the building. There we go. Well, if it isn't Scappa, the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due. But her perfume was so ghastly, I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with the tastings. You understand. If she is in your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. She is wearing a very strong perfume, okay? Yeah, you want to know if I've seen a Mukot lass by the name of Flahammon? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. We only had one lead. Where am I going? I see you have many grand adventures since we last spoke, Scottbot. We spoke? You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago. One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts. In fact, I said as much as when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation, and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south to Raincatcher Gully, and then head to the east. After crossing the second bridge, the flowers should grow in the shade on the cliff of the strongest scent. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. we go. There you are. Excuse me, sir. I am right here. Can't you see I'm busy? Get out of here. Well, that was easy. I'm in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gubu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and Flamin? I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Ul'dah, I presume, Minfilia, or should I say, Asilia, is looking for you. Asilia? You are the very picture of health, my lady. Yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is why. Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, more than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of La Nosa aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I travel all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we have all of which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, you say? Back to Wineport. See a lot of just back and forth. Sadly, I can't really do the Relic Reborn. I need to get Carpentry to 50 to continue what I'm working on now, but, you know, I still got a ways to go to even get it unlocked. It's gonna be a while. This is not at all how I envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. What do we get? Item level 70. Spell speed? Oh, okay. Spell speed, that's more for... Oh, it's more white magic. Intelligence, determination. I'd rather have spell speed, so that can work for Scholar at the moment. Let's fix that. White mage eventually, but not now. Go here. It's this one, right? Yes. Yeah, I gotta get better rings and stuff. At least we got all the main pieces of equipment like good to go. We need weapon, and then we need like good accessories. You say my daughter waits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I have kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off to the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. Is it just taking me there already? Don't have to teleport? Ooh, don't have to teleport. That's nice. But what if I wanted to be in Lanosa a little bit longer? Did you ever think about that game? Attendant, you have a guess. Or Tencent? Oh, whatever. I don't care. Laman? Oh my god. Asilia. I haven't seen her like this in years, Scott. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead. But what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would. And so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have ever imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Asilia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. It's nothing. I love it. Selseta perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If I ever lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I feel I cannot say the same for Scottbot, however. I could not have made it without him. Thank you, Scottbot. Thank you both. I am here. There's something else. Another thing than nothing. Oh my god, I love it. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it? Is it a literal cat's eye? Hey, Arion, how's it going? Just doing more story stuff now. Did all the job stuff I can do at the moment, so. My father was a member of the Megan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ul'dah. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamin who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I'm no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It is clear that there's so much I do not know. How you and your mother both. How are you doing, Arian? What are you up to? One of the first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamin as a gift. She said it was beautiful. But there I'm at a loss. Why are you returning it to me? Is something amiss? No, Ashilia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, and how much farther you must still go. Must still go. God. You and your allies have accomplished more than I ever could have ever hoped. You have succeeded where I have failed. It made me so proud of that. That words failed me. But even as I marvel at the women you have become, and at all the many things you have done, I cannot help but think that which you have yet to do, and what it may entail. Asilia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ul'dah. Lamin. You built it once, Asilia. You could build it again. And this time, do it together. Truly? Alphanod, it's time. The time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll, as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Bowdzion. Preparations begin at once. Are you? I'm doing alright, Arion. I'm doing alright. I got about, let's just say 45 minutes at least, because I got stuff to do. I may go for at least 45 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, but we'll see. Direct hit rate, skill speed, crit rate. I'd rather have skill speed. Is that better than what I currently have? Yes, this is strength-based. Do that, and then I think I can hand it to Paladin as well. Yes, skill speed. Perfect. Back to Dragoon. Set up the next set. It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there's so much to be done, and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing, the resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters. Really, Amphanod? If I need concerning myself with anything, it is surely the matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps. I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am, nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. It is an honor. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphanod, we thought it best begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the Scions of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it pleases you, I would do so. It does. Sir, unless I am mistaken, you are the one known as Scottbot, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Slaffborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer would still survive. You shall always be welcome in Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again here long. Oh my god, I can't speak. Whew, okay. A lot of dialogue. That's kind of normal. Well, well. It would seem your reputation precedes you. Scottbot. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all the haste at first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have traveled so far, and there is already so much you have done for us. And for me. We will speak again, Anon. Till then, take care. And we shall speak again probably right now. Because I am trying to speed through plot. Not speed, but, you know. Try to get stuff done. Oh, Scottbot, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alphanode has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would like to share with us. You're here. Good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded. And? Our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tataru's tales of our many guests and their many demands. From the Waking Sands to the Rising Stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Ruban included. Moreover, I've decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise? If anything is a mere formality, our existence is quite possibly the worst-kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions of the Seven Dawns stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people have the right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes. But in doing so, I would show them that is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire. To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and again, united as one. Time for the home base in Mordana. There must be some way I can't... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Flamen to teach me the basics of mining, too. Trying to make it easy buck, aren't you, Tataru? Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alphanode, I mean? It was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slaffborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care of the road and represent us well, Scottbot. Off to Revenant's Toll, I'll just teleport. It'll be faster. If the game will load. And the game is not loading. No, it is, but it just takes a while. PlayStation 4 and all that. I was gonna say, is my PNG working? Yep, it is. I was told to expect a Scion, but I didn't expect it to be you. It's been far too long, Scottbot. You have something for me, yes? Let's see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? Would that we have a dozen more like you? Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. I jest. We want... intelligence determination. I'd rather have healing and spell speed. Work on my white mages, basically. It'll benefit white mage once I level it up a bit more. There we go. Whereas the intelligence will only benefit summoner at the moment. Back to do the work of a dozen men, I see. Huh, but I jest. Even I can appreciate that an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, mayhap you'd be keen on having a look around the Scions' new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortune to be had about the realm. It may get a bit rambunctious at times, but I imagine it'd be a good place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around. Is that you, Scottbot? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have most urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania. It would appear that our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste. Is everything quite alright, friend? I can't say I privy the details, but it would appear this is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries, you can rest assured that I'll see to all necessary arrangements. Pray return anytime after you've seen to your more pressing matters. So I need to go back to Waking Sands. That is not what I meant to do. Back to Waking Sands, and that's in Ul'dah, right? Right? Let's just speak to Tataru. Yep. That's annoying, isn't it? This literally is a back and forth thing. We were just at Waking Sands. Then they tell us to go to Mordana. Oh no, you have to go back to Waking Sands. Something else is happening, even though they mentioned Gridania. Why not just head to Gridania? Back and forth. A lot of back and forth. Gonna grab my chocobo. Can we please stop with this back and forth? It feels like a big waste of time. I know MMOs typically do that, but this This is the type of stuff that's just really annoying. Okay, Tantaru. Did it not load in? Oh, you didn't load in. A messenger from the Twin Adder came to Waken Sands while you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to the conversation, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that the Ixal have summoned Garuda again? Or mayhap Imperial forces have been sighted within the Shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go ask Minfilia if there's anything you can do. Is this... Well, the refight with Ifrit was an optional quest. But they're making it sound like Garuda might be mandatory. Unless there's something else going on. I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Was it Ramuh? Are we dealing with Ramuh? Thine arrival is customarily timing. Scottbot. The aesthetic waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Erenger says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to the one observed more than 5 years ago. Though I had hoped the Mughals guards beyond such follies. Suffice it to say, this disturbance warrants full investigation. Your presence hath been requested by Commander Helio, which awaits thee at the Adder's Nest. Pray hasten to Gridania, Scottbot. Ida and Paupilimo will rendezvous with you there. May you walk the light of the crystal. Now to Gridania. Why not just have me go straight to Gridania? Feels kind of a waste. It kind of seems like they could have just told me to go straight to Gridania and just skip this middle step. I was gonna say, can I exchange anything? But no, I don't think I've gotten many more points to trade over, so... Pleasure to see you as always, Corporal Malagold. Thank you for coming so swiftly. I could think of no one more qualified to... but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Ooh. Tenacity, direct hit rates... Determinations. I'd rather have skill speed. That would be this one, right? Yes. Hand it to Paladin as well. Did I get something for here? Direct hit rate, crit. Text. No, we'll set that up. Vitality, skill speed, direct hit rate. Spell speed, no. Yeah, there we go. A little bit better. Hey, paladin has a combined power of 54. Dragoon at 55. I could probably do some of those dungeons now. Just a few. Not long ago, the Moogle Kuplo Kop visited the Adder's Nest at request with the audience of the Elder Seatser. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which that would imperil the entire Twelves would if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs. We would have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Moogles. The rest you should hear from Kuplo Kop himself. He awaits you within the Elder Seatser at the Lotus Stand. We need to go this way. We're about to see the King? King Moogle? I've been waiting for this. I have been waiting for this day. I was gonna say, it's down here, right? The other Scions have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? We get to see the Moogles. We get to see the King Moogle. I've been waiting for this. Please, you have to stop them, but you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Moogles, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle, no, firm thrashing is in order, yes? But no. Calm yourself, Kuplo Kop. Can you not see that he hasn't the faintest idea of what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Oh, I accidentally pressed the button. Most grateful as I am for you to come, Scotbot, it is upon such short notice. Truly, Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplo Kop has brought us news of the most unsettling development. It would seem that good King Moogle the 12th, good King Moogle Mog the 12th, has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, we Moogles served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine, Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented with and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Moogles. The good King Moogle Mog the 12th, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time has come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all the Moogles should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down, but good King Moogle Mog the 12th, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that is how we Moogles came to this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Moogle Mog the 12th. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens, so that Moogle kind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens from what I understand. That being your reason for contacting us, yes? I bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Reminding me of what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea. The problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Moogle Mog the 12th is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, You're saying a handful of Mughals with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard, and he just sort of appeared. Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why would they even try? With Garuda humbled and the ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat would have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea would have been brought into the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. You who have braved those tempests and survived the virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who have not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mughals guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes, come what may. I assure you, the Mughals guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of good King Mughal Mog XII, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love. They've started to get a little carried away, Kupo. Verging on a lot, in fact. Like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean? We cannot discount the possibilities that this entity is influencing the Mughals in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat, not only to Mughal kind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus, we do beseech you, Scotbot, confront good King Mughal Mog XII, and drive him from our midst. Let's go find this Mughal, kick its ass. I humbly do thank you. The sanctuary of the Mughals Guard and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother Ez Sumiyan of the Conjurers Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. Alright, we got our goal. So, Great King Mughal Mog XII is being treated as a primal. That's hilarious. We'll see how great good King Mughal Mog XII really is once he faces my lance. And then we're gonna go beat him up. Apparently there's a bunch of wine in the heavens. Welcome, Scotbot. Welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Mughal Mog XII is of great comfort to me and to the elementals both. As I'm sure you know, the Mughals are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet, should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus, does it behove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary, and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. Crit rate, direct hit, spell speed, mind, spell speed. That. Perfect. It will help my mage eventually. The wards bearing access to the King's Sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones, the self-same method employed 5 years ago, when first the King was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the Guardians, who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden of this occasion. Kuplo Kop confided it to me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Mughals guard themselves. Yet, wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Mughals may succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kuplo Kop's keystone, Scotbot. Pray, go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at West Shore Pier, and press upon him great need. I am certain he will yield. He is... Where is he? Oh, all the way over there. Teleport to the Lancers Guild. You know, if I'm gonna start getting access to a new job here soon when I'm almost done with White Mage, I wonder which one I should try tackling. I'm thinking one of the newer ones, be it like Blue Mage or Red Mage or Samurai. Something like that. Instead of one of the base jobs. Gunbreaker? I don't know. So, how will you do it, Kupo? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there truly is no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. These Mughals are huge! Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo! I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo! The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. Oh my god, they are huge. We offer you a choice, and this is how you repay us, by consorting with this Ul'dah. Imperials, Gridanians, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his kins Mughals. He plots treason against the crown. Enough, Kuplo Kop. Will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who defied the will of good King Mughal Mog the 12th. May his reign forevermore, Kupo. May he reign forevermore. My bad. The king is planning to purge the 12's wood of his enemies, Kupo. We gotta stop him before it's too late. The entrance to the Thorn March is deep within the Bramble Patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Mughals guard have set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you need to protect me, Kupo. Certainly, we need to escort. We need to escort them. Okay. Are you following me? You are not following me. Oh, there we go. I can't just rush in. You are level 50, so these weak... I was gonna say, these weak enemies shouldn't be fighting us. I wonder if it would be better if I was some sort of white mage. In this case, a scholar. Is Kuplo gonna get healed? It kind of looks like it, so we'll be okay. I don't want to get too far ahead. He's keeping up. He's keeping up, I think. Oh no! Violent squirrels! Kuplo fully healed. Where? Where? Up ahead? Okay. Oh no, it's a monkey! This is only one. Behind me? Yep. Just a little bit. I think Koopa will be okay. It's not getting swarmed that badly. Kuplo seems to have the aggro for some reason. Make sure he's healed. Okay, that'll probably be okay. I think... Okay, yeah, we need to go north. And up here... Check where you are. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Fine. Need to get rid of the Malboros. Oh my god. Bad breath. I will get rid of the big one. Okay, now we should be opening the way. Unless there's another fight. Doesn't look, it's not looking like it. Okay, good. Are you ready to face the king, Koopa? A step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus. Like when you attune to an aetherite, Koopa. I'll open the way for you. Let's see the great King Moogle Mog the 12th. The rest is up to you, Koopa. Now go teach those foolish Moogles a lesson and send the king back to whence he came. This looks like this is going to be an actual boss fight, so... Thornmarch Hard is available, but I can't... There's no easy variant. Is there? Yeah, I think I don't have a choice. So... let's try it. I have to have a party for this one. Oh, shit. We'll see, we'll see if we can get this done. I can't do this one by myself. We'll see how much we have to wait. Who knows, though? May have trouble getting this one to start. Looks like it's basically two sets of... two parties. 2 tanks, 2 healers. 4 DPS, my god. If we don't see any updates soon, I may just have to call it. Because we just have to wait. I don't know what else to do otherwise. I mean, I'm gonna have to wrap up soon anyway, but if we can't get this done, how do I handle next week then? Other than, you know, White Mage and stuff. I guess I would just have to try again and hope people show up, I guess. I don't want to have to do this on my own time, but there's a small chance I may have to, right? Okay. I'm going to step away for just a minute. Just BRB. I'm just going to leave it on the screen for a second. Gotta wait it anyway. I am back. Looks like we got another DPS. Gotta get like 6 more units to join. You know, next time, instead of doing this, if I don't manage to get this done
Drink,
today,
you fool.
drink, I shall do so. Hey, Crimson. We're about to meet Good King Mughal Mog the 12th, Crimson, if we get enough people to jump in. So, we'll see how this goes. But, I don't know what to do. How's the soccer game going, Crimson? Where's Taylor when you need him? Where's Taylor and Purple Crab when you need them? Ended a bit ago. You took a shower. I see. I'm guessing your team didn't win, Crimson? Two to 0? Yeah. That's kind of what I was saying. Hopefully the comeback is on next time. I was just kind of thinking of what to do if I can't get people to jump in. And, well, we'll wait at least another 5 minutes, and if not much changes, I'm just gonna have to call in and not do this mission. Just maybe. Just play Miku. Well, not today. Not today, Crimson. But, let's say I don't manage to do this mission this week. Let's just say that. Next week, I'm hoping to do a little bit of the White Mage. Maybe get, like, at least 1 mission for White Mage ready to go. Maybe 2. We'll see on that one. But I want to work a little bit on White Mage. But other than that, I would have to then try this again, right? To try to get a party going. If I wait long enough and I still don't find anyone to show up for it, I think what I would do is try to tackle some of the other dungeons I have unlocked that I can play with NPCs. I think that's what I would do if I'm having trouble getting to Good King Mughal today. Because you need freaking 8 party members for this entire thing. You kind of just need to hope that people are just willing to show up. And this is part of the story, you know? I have to do this. There's a part of me that wonders if I'm stuck on this mission, not because of difficulty, but because of people not showing up. I wonder how much I should do these on my own time if I absolutely have to. Yeah. You have to wait for other people for this one. There's no easy or normal variant of this one. It's only hard mode. Should get the Discord server to join. You mean find a FF14 Discord server and then be like, hey, I need people for this. Or you're talking about our Discord server. And if you're talking about that, really the only other person that plays is Taylor, which right now he can't. Yeah, at that point I would need to find a FF14 specific server. Right. Yeah. Well, the only other people that have shown up to streams that have played this is Taylor, which he can't play at the moment because of his computer issues. Can't be that hard. It is when you're not that social, but yeah. The other person that we've seen pop up in chat was Purple Crab, but Purple Crab hasn't shown up in a little bit, so no way to contact Purple Crab for this anyway. So I don't know. Besides, you need 8 people in total for this. Just have Shrew burst in the server for you. Yeah, pretty much. Have Shrew be the extrovert to get me in there, I guess. Not much I could really do. Less than a minute. Once the time for the party hits 10 minutes, so 1 more minute, I'll cancel it. And that'll be it for today. Not really much else I can really do. Because I gotta do stuff today. I gotta do yard work. But yeah, just gonna have to figure out how to handle this. Again, the other option is I could just work on other dungeons. Guess bye-bye. More or less. Got 30 seconds on the clock. Yeah. Yeah, no one's really showing up. I was kind of told that some of the other ones, like the Odin one, no one's just gonna actively do those. Like, you kind of need someone to... You kind of need to be like, hey, I need to do this. Can anyone help? There we go. Alright, I'm gonna have to set this up later. Thanks for everyone who showed up. I am doing these streams Monday through Friday at noon Pacific time. If you want to see those streams that are not on Twitch anymore, they're on YouTube at ScottBot64 Stream Archives. There's a link in the About page. If you are on the YouTube side, maybe consider the Twitch side. We got redeems and emotes to mess around with. Tomorrow we are going back to Mega Man Star Force, continuing the post-game. I should probably try to do some money grinding on my own time, but we gotta really focus on getting all the standard cards. I think that's the main priority. Anyway, I'm gonna end the YouTube side, and actually, I'm just gonna end both because I gotta keep going. Have a good day. Later.